Game 365 podcast. I'm in the building with my nigga ScootDoe. What's up, bro?
Come on, man. 2-0, man. Representing. You know what it is.
Yeah, man. Where you from, bro?
I'm from the Central District of Seattle.
How was growing up in the Central District, though? Like, what was the experience? What was the lifestyle?
It was fun. It was fun.
Was it, sports? Was it, school? Was it, just being in the streets? I mean, what do you mean by fun? I don't know.
I grew up in a Bryan Manor, so we had a water park. We had Rotary Boys and Girls Club, Langston Hughes, Mega Evers. So, yeah, it was fun. And back then, it was, black community. So, yeah, fun.
How did, the black community affect, the way that you looked at life, as an early child?
Man, I don't know. It was poor, so the struggle was real.
But I'm saying,
just seeing a lot of people as well going through similar situations, kind of made it where made it okay, I guess. That makes sense.
But did that structure kind of the way that you kind of mold the way that you looked at life? Was it like, there's people like me, so I don't want to take it like, I'm the oddball, you know what I'm saying? In this every situation, when I'm dealing with people or I'm going to school or, when I'm out here in the community though?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think that's what kind of made it okay, made it normalized.
Mm-hmm. What was the streets, what did the streets do to, your psyche though? Like, they play a huge role on the way that you, identified, dealing with people, relationships and friendships and shit though?
Yeah. In the streets, it's kind of, I don't know, it's different than when, I think it's a separation. Like, it's a difference in, the streets in school.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference in the streets in, some civilian shit, So, yeah, definitely. The streets kind of just open your eyes to just lions, tigers, bears. Kind of like,
Yeah, for sure.
Shit. Like, you be, so on some civilian shit, you have a different awareness and consciousness of the pitfalls, the perils of life. Was
it cutthroat early? Or you didn't identify with the cutthroat nature of, the Seattle streets until you kind of got in 6th, 7th, 8th grade, or if you even go to school, but just that age bracket. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely. It was cutthroat early. I was born in 87, so I'm a real deal crack baby, so it's different, so without knowing,
Mm-hmm.
Before it was a bad thing,
Yeah.
All my friends was like that. My mom wasn't the worstest of the worst,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't no issue, but it's just how you come up. So, yeah, definitely. It was, definitely it was raw.
You think growing up in the Central District of Seattle, molds you into a man that nobody else in the world can understand?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because, just the exposure. Where I grew up on 19th and Yesler, so that's when it was Magic Wheels, Motorcycle Club, Bob's Barbershop, Muhammad Good Barbecue. It was the Blade.
For
so
sure.
The exposure level that that we had is different than a cat who got to go to the hood or watch it on TV and got an infatuation with it, and
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, definitely, it molds you into. When you go other areas, it's easier.
What Seattle brings to, society, the world at large, do you think that people have a misunderstanding about the streets of Seattle?
Definitely, because I think that, the way it is up here, a lot of people think it's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to other, because I live down south too, so it's like it's a different economy. Mm-hmm. So that affects how it looks. Mm. So it look raw, it look hardcore. Where up here, you see niggas hustling in J's and North Faces, and you play a nigga short, like, oh, these niggas sweet. But it's like, nah. A lot of niggas is sweet up here, though.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. A lot of niggas ain't.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a misidentification, there's a misunderstanding about the streets of Seattle based upon, first glance?
Yeah, no, I don't really think it's a misidentification. I think that Seattle kind of like in my opinion, it doesn't have like an identity. Because you have some niggas that's pimp niggas, you have some niggas that's like gang members, so it's like a,
and they're hybrid. They're
like
hybrid.
If you think about Chicago, you know what you're looking at. Think about LA, you know what you're looking at. Think about Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? You think about Seattle, it's like
niggas wearing many hats.
And not just our culture though. Niggas don't know. We come from a element of it got a gang banging touch with a flavor of some niggas got some game from a pimp culture, from niggas that just know how to get it out the mud, and then niggas that play sports and so the flavor is different. But from the outside looking in, a nigga be like, with all them, So I can understand it because I grew up down south. So then when so I could see how it would look, and then we talk proper, or whatever, So
you think being talking proper was because we were educated and went to school and we could put sentences together and not just use ebonics as our form of communication, or what?
I mean, it's accent. Yeah. Like country niggas got a drawl to their, so it sound like they're not intelligent, but them niggas can be intelligent. They just got a thick ass accent. Whereas we enunciate. We have, proper pronunciation and shit.
Yeah.
That's our code. Like LA niggas talk proper, but it's just hardcore.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yeah. But it's proper as opposed to a country nigga.
Yeah.
So up here, where it's like, we don't have that, I don't think that hardcore to it. So it's it's more flavor to where a nigga play on it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you think of lion, tigers, and bears, you ain't thinking these niggas are smelling tigers.
Yeah.
These niggas really get with it. It just look like that. Nigga look sweet until
The streets kind of like, take you by storm when you came outside. It was hustling, it was pimping, it was robbing, it was hoeing. It was a lot of things going on that you didn't identify with, but you seen. Did it kind of like give you the mentality like, I got to be a part of this shit, I got to get a piece of this shit, the American pie?
I mean, it was about family. My granddaddy, my mom, it was automatic. I grew up in a manor. So, it wasn't like normalized, I guess. You see it later as an adult, I can look back on it, but when you're younger, just like, this is what it is. Yeah. Like my mom's a certain way, but I don't know what my granddad is till later, till you understand the concept of what people are characterized as. Yeah.
And speaking of character, how did you identify, your character, your personality? Was it, the way you were treated in school? Was it the way that your other family members looked at you? Was it the way when you stepped outside that, the streets identified you as being associated with your family? How did you mold your character as a kid?
By what I liked, by what I was infatuated with. What I like, I always kind of, I'm not the youngest, I'm not the oldest, so I kind of always been left to my own little, I was able to do my own thing. Yeah. And then I grew up looking up to certain niggas images and, that resonated, not the dick rubbing like you, Chuck Deuce, niggas, that dark skinned niggas, gold, Cadillacs.
For sure.
Street niggas that was niggas that I knew had access to, could touch. And my nigga was
It's tangible, relatable.
Yeah, like a nigga I know too though. I've seen the same nigga without that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's like growing up there was like I know why I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? And it's not I'm not a follower. It's like, nah, nigga, that's what them niggas was putting on. Nigga, that's how it was supposed to look, nigga. So,
planting the flag for the city,
absolutely.
man.
Puget Sound type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Guaranteed, man. Really doing this shit before social media. Motherfuckers wouldn't even believe the stories that, they hear about these cats, man.
When we was back at STS.
You feel me? PlayStations and, getting shit painted and riding around, having things, wearing jewelry before, you know what I'm saying?
Bouncing out of it, like,
in
the street.
Yeah, for sure. Is there like a certain stigma that, you know what I'm saying, rise with the way you go about thinking about Seattle? Because, you know, sometimes from the outside looking in, like I go to Atlanta, New York, and I go to the Midwest, and they, you know, think that, you know, for some reason they act like they don't know where we at. They think we in Washington, D.C., where the capital's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really say Seattle. I'm from CD. So
Yeah. The district.
I tell a nigga show up the dribble. Like, you know? Because I know what it look like, you know? It's like saying, you know. Because again, you only know what you know. So if you from Seattle, this shit is big, all you know. So it's big as you know.
Yeah.
Other places, if they don't know it, they don't know it. And then you got to think about it. We don't really got nobody coming out of Seattle that really done did it for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't talking about no goofy shit. I'm talking about, you know. So
yeah. Solid stand-up niggas.
Yeah, that other niggas want to be like.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like him.
Because you got certain places where niggas mimic other cultures. You got niggas in New York that mimic LA culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas in Atlanta mimic them niggas. The 60s is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They
sure.
mimicking LA culture. So make no mistake about it. We don't got that where it's like you see it. It's like other niggas. I call like Seattle niggas.
Yeah. But do you think that without us being nuanced to it, they mimic the game? They mimic the, you know, the way our swag, the slick talk, the way that we have our way with the women, the way that, you know what I'm saying, we dress and finesse?
I mean, no, because they can't do it. They can't really do it from my perspective. There's a lot to go into it. If you grow up in LA, I don't expect you to. You come from a different temperament and culture where it causes you to be a certain way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna have the flavor of a Northwest nigga because you gotta be so tight on all the time. Yeah. Again, we're sweet where they're at.
Yeah. Because everybody's not.
Until it ain't.
Until it ain't. Oh, I was telling somebody that the other day. Until it ain't.
Until it ain't.
I promise you. You know what I'm saying?
Until it ain't, then it's that old shit. I'm tripping.
You drop the ball out here, it's a fumble. You know what I'm saying?
Better kick it out of there.
You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know? How was the music, the fashion, the hustle, you know, the culture kind of influenced the way that you kind of introduce yourself to the streets, though, as a youngster, though? Because a lot of people don't really know they can't really put a finger on what influenced them to jump off the porch and be in the streets, though. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I grew up for a short period of time in the South. So in 95, 96, I was in the South watching I'm About It.
Yeah.
When they was counting all the money in the Kango.
That shit got a nigga going, didn't it?
Like, what? Did I know what I'm in for?
I know what I'm doing. I'm about to run that back.
And it was like, I was down south, but I was from Seattle. I just went to live with my dad for a while. So it was like, I had already seen it without really kind of knowing what it was. Knowing what it was. With the, you know, with the Rob Does and all them guys.
Man, rest in peace.
Yeah.
DOE, man.
To going down south with these niggas in slow motion to, you know, but like No Limit back then, you know, Cash Money, Jay-Z, I don't know.
You had a couple bouts, you know what I'm saying, with the system. How did that kind of shake up, you know what I'm saying, you as a young man, though, going in and out of the system and kind of like trying to figure out your identity, though?
Oh shit! By the time I got locked up, I was already who I, you know. Yeah. Because I was, for a long time, I never got caught for shit. Yeah. I never went to jail for like. My homeboys used to go to jail for taking motor vehicles and shit. I never went to jail for dope cases, pistol cases, none of that shit. Because I was laced by the best. Man. I got turned on a certain kind of type of money that it was like I wasn't doing the hot shit.
Yeah.
So by the time I was going to jail, I was going to jail for Class A felonies.
Mm-hmm.
So I was slammed.
What's your definition of a big homie, though?
I think like a big homie is like a this is just my opinion. I think a big homie is like I have two different definitions. A big homie and an OG, those are two different things to me.
Let's break that down.
I think a big homie's like a old school like has been ass nigga on the block that try to, you know, push his weight around. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know, physically, but you just his name been around, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
As to a nigga being a, you know, an OG's kind of different. I think an OG's a kind of somebody you're gonna admire, somebody you're gonna take advice from, somebody that's gonna be, you know, giving you something productive, beneficial, something that's gonna, you know, not for him but for you.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
out of
yeah,
a
yeah.
genuine interest in seeing you succeed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As the youngster, you know what I'm saying, or the younger person in the situation. You know,
whereas the big homie gonna be on the block with the niggas. Rushing the same cell these niggas is rushing.
Competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweat they bitches when they show up with them.
Man.
Doing goofy shit. Nigga trying to be the big homie like nigga woo. Whereas an OG nigga gonna be a nigga you see 2-3 times out the year.
He already got motion.
Yeah, he gonna come lacing niggas. If niggas got plays, that's, you know, something different. But so yeah, a big homie to me is like a nigga that's still at AMP.
Man.
With generations, a fresh out ass nigga, always fresh out.
Yeah.
In the jug, bro. You know, county jail ass nigga.
Yeah. Really, niggas just older than you.
But yeah, just a big homie. Like he's a. Like that's how you refer to it. Like that's how that's just again. Some people may place reverence over it, and I don't have no disrespect toward that. It's just my opinion of it. Like I think a big homie's like a nigga on the block rushing the same cell I'm rushing, and I'm 15 trying to get a hot dog from the corner store. And this nigga's supposed to be, you know.
Yeah. Where did you get your philosophy from in the streets in the game though? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you kind of like identify with the philosophy that you run with today? You know, when you were sitting down inside, or did you kind of develop that, you know, as you transitioned to the streets and realized that, you know, I always been a hustler. I always been with the shit. I always been a street nigga, but now it's time to put on a different face, a different mindset when it comes to getting money and going about my business though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, excuse me, a couple of things. Like my mom's like a gangster. My granddad, I ain't gonna, you know. He was who he was. So my mom's more street. My dad was a Marine. So my dad worked as a brick mason, had a brick mason business. My granddad Vincent and Son masonry, all the shit. Yeah. So the hustle, I see the work ethic, but then like my mom had me watching gangster movies when I was a kid, like intentionally. She seen how I was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it's a mixture of both, where a nigga get a structure, a nigga get a, you know, then you have a look of how something's supposed to, a Bumpy Johnson type of, you know?
You know, the Seattle streets, you know, have a tension. They tend to, you know what I'm saying, put a nigga in a whirlpool and kind of like put a nigga in the quicksand if he doesn't have direction, you know?
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, how do you think that you evolve from the quicksand but still allowed the quicksand to take you under?
I mean, the streets is kind of like, I don't think the quicksand, I mean, yeah, definitely. The quicksand took a nigga under, but the quicksand took a nigga under just on a, just cause and effect on shit happen. Nigga goofy, nigga do certain shit, don't do it proper. You gonna get taxed. You gotta take your lick. But I think what a lot of niggas in Seattle is a lot of niggas with the direction is, again, Seattle has a such a gumbo type pot of culture that niggas mix too many things, and then now niggas are a jack of all trades and a master of none. You know, niggas pimp, sell dope, nigga want to gangbang. It's like, nah, nigga, you gotta be good at something.
Pick your struggle, pick your profession, pick what you got going on.
When we're talking about success, you have to be able to monitor, because we're gonna equate success to something monetary. We're gonna monetize you, so certain shit you can't monetize.
Yeah,
being a gangster, you can't.
Yeah,
it's hard to monetize that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So these same niggas that may be good at hustling, like me, you might be good at hustling and be able to. I can get my pack off in your pack. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still bust a nigga's ass playing with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Cancel us both out. Nigga, you done did a shooting out my load. Nigga tripping. Like, nah, nigga ain't nothing to do dealing with no nigga playing with me. Are you?
Yeah.
So that's what it be, you know, to where it be like, you think about certain niggas, Chicago niggas, them niggas get famous drilling. That's all they're doing.
That's all they're doing. They don't know for nothing else.
Yeah, they're drilling, you know. But they might hit a lick in sustainability. They ain't talking about money, though. They ain't thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Seattle, I think that's kind of what I see a lot of niggas be suffering with. Nigga don't want to stick to one thing. Or like, even if you do all that shit, be good at one of it. You remember back in the day, you had to be... Like, to have a claim to fame, you had to be known for something. Oh, Brody get bitches. Or Brody box. Brody fight. Or no, I bet Brody. I bet anything on... Like Drake. Nigga, what? Pick it up. I got 100 bro right there. Stuff him.
Yeah, guarantee.
You know what I'm saying? Or nigga, hey, man, don't play with that nigga Chuck Dukes in there. Man, that nigga's a cowboy. You better not raise your hand to them type of nigga.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you had to have you know, but it wasn't no... Anyway, cross game and get taxed.
Damn. What's your definition of game, bro?
That's a good one, man. Game 365. Definition of game.
That's the real.
I think that game is. I think that game is any type of knowledge that you can benefit from, or put yourself in an advantageous position with.
Yeah.
I think that's game. Because it's different. Oh, he got game. Oh, he's running game. Or whatever it is, it's something beneficial to that motherfucker, and it's putting him in it's moving the needle forward. So yeah, I think that game 365 is any type of information or data or whatever, however you want to characterize it, that's gonna put you in a better position. A nigga, a broad, or a play, or whatever. It's game. It's gonna put you up on game.
Yeah. How does women hinder or hurt a man's position to the top?
I think that a woman...
Speak on it, nigga. Speak on it. Speak on it, nigga.
I think that a woman can hinder a man on the way to the top.
This nigga right here, bro. Speak on that shit, my nigga. This nigga's funny.
in a multitude of ways. Because for the outside in and for the inside out. Whereas most of the shit that motherfuckers do, and why niggas get up, get fly, you know, beef, a lot of shit didn't happen behind a vagina. Let's be real about it. Like, you know, but in biblical times, all the shit. So that's 80%, 90% of why most men compete. It's for the attraction of the woman that they want. Yeah. You know, so that's one component of it. Then another component of it is the impact of the woman on a man's operation if he chooses wrong. Because we'll choose just genuinely, hey, bitch, I'm gonna do my thing. You're gonna be part of my demonstration. Yeah. But if you pick a bad fruit,
yeah, for sure,
it just is what it is.
Sure.
You know, we throw it back and keep it going. Pick another one, you know. But that shit sometimes is detrimental.
How do you view competition in the black community?
I think that's one of the core components of the black community.
Yeah.
Because I think we compete with each other more than any other. We compete with each other more than we do any other race. And then I believe, just my opinion, is that we compete with each other more than any other race competes with their race.
Is that detrimental to the black community, or is it healthy for the black community?
Detrimental. It's detrimental because I think that, I ain't trying to just niggas because it's us. I think that we're the best, the best specimen.
Yeah.
I think that we're the only culture. Think about it. We're the only culture that every culture mimics.
Yeah. They still don't like us.
No, is that, and on top of that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't even think about, I didn't even add that, but that we're the only culture that every culture mimics.
Yeah.
Every culture don't mimic Mexicans or Asians or
Samoans.
Every culture mimics
black folks.
Not Africans, black culture, my nigga. The way we dress, wear our hats, where we not tribal shit, I'm talking about street shit.
This new wave shit, this new world black shit.
Yeah, it's old to us, but new in the bigger scheme of things of civilization. Yeah, but every Asians wear coats like that and hats cocked sideways and speak slang and spit rap music. Yeah. That's not African culture. Make no mistake about it. That's African American culture. That's us. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I think we're the only culture where I see you nigga walking up on me at nighttime, nigga, not smiling. I get tighter than if I see a white man.
Yeah, exactly.
For whatever. I don't know why I am the way I am, but because again.
Because that nigga ain't gonna blow you down.
Exactly. Yeah. Because a white man ain't never did me nothing.
Yeah.
Facts.
A white man never did me nothing. So my reaction to it ain't the same. It's different when I know, hey, what's up with you? Oh, what's up, homie? It's good. All right, then we keep it moving. Or if it's tighter, then we go. So that's real shit.
So what is the power that psychological war has on the black community then? Because you kind of spoke on it when you said at nighttime, I can see somebody look like me and he got a hoodie on and a mask on. I'm going to get tight, feel a certain way versus if I see an Asian, a white, or a Mexican, it's going to be a different response based upon, the war going on within the black community. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, personally, financially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real. I would get tight. Yeah. I'm gonna get tight on anybody with hoodie.
Anybody, nigga, I don't care. But it's all the same now.
but it's real when you do see a black person on a moonless night is different than any other race.
Yeah.
But that's not a negative thing, because that's the same thing to them too.
Yeah.
If you ask them, who's the worst person you'd rather see on a moonless night? It's a nigga.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna say, oh, the Cambodian.
Yeah.
They gonna say, man, I don't want to run into that nigga.
Yeah,
man.
I don't want to run into him.
I don't want to run into the bear.
Yeah.
So I understand it too.
Top ranking, man, for statistically, for any murders is their own race against each other.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
For any category.
Yeah. Since you kind of transitioned from the system, how has, life been for you, man? Like, what's been going on with you, man? Like, you've been enjoying it and, getting into business ventures and, becoming successful doing things outside of the concrete, or, like.
It should be good.
Yeah. Motivation.
It's only gonna get better.
But
this what the nigga pray for, plan for, prepare for. So
yeah.
But shit been cool.
Yeah, sure.
I wasn't playing during no time, so
yeah.
I think a lot of people think you be in jail on timeout, mad.
Yeah.
I did too much time. I already passed that point.
Man,
so.
that was early. The rest of it, was.
Yeah, trying to,
strategy.
You feel me?
And I was young in the joint, so I grew up in the joint. So, but I also got to see like my friends win and then my friends lose while sitting on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? So it was the same thing. Like you got.
You know what you gonna do when you get in the game.
You have a choice. You have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You have a choice because you done been with both of them niggas. So it's like you done played that hand and you played that hand. So now you see it. It's different. When you remove from it.
Do you think you saved your life by doing some time? I'm not gonna say the amount of time.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say the amount of time, but I'm saying, do you feel your life was saved by having to go through what you went through by being incarcerated? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Because it removed me from a lot of. It removed me at first from my behavior, but then it removed me from a lot of like significant. Incidents in my neighborhood. I ain't gonna speak on, but significant shit that I know I would have been hands on with. So
guaranteed.
So that a lot of cats didn't fare well with. Nobody won on that.
What is your message to the black man?
Be great. Be great, man. Get back to where we come from. What they try to hide from you. What they try to. You like what you like for a reason,
man.
So
talk to me.
Where we come from just be great.
Be great.
Sorry about the babies, man, in the background.
I'm about to pull up on that.
Dealing cars, selling cars, being able to be in the automobile world. How has that kind of molded your perspective as a minority, as an entrepreneur, and as a black man, in America, especially the Pacific Northwest?
Oh, that shit been a blessing. Because, my uncle, he sold cars for like 30 years, so he pretty much walked me right into it. But, it was perfect for me because it's just sales, so it's no different than hustling. A car is like a pack. 700 cars, 700 packs, and who need a pack? It's no,
That's what I need to get into.
So, but it also just, allowed me to be able to, do the things I want to do, and still be able to do everything else.
Just dealing in that world of sales, but specifically car, does that kind of like give you a different appreciation for cars now that you're the one selling them, not buying them?
No, it kind of gives me it's the opposite of the appreciation of it.
Why do you think that though? Or what would you mean by that?
It's like buyer's remorse. It's like when you buy something and then you realize like, I don't really like it. People like this shit. Everybody else like this shit more than what I like.
Yeah.
But I know what I paid for it, and it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But
you gotta get money, you gotta handle business, and you gotta.
Yeah. So, but I'm talking about how you spend money that you wish you wouldn't have spent.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
And then other people compliment you on it.
Okay, I see exactly.
And you're like, thank you, but you're like, I don't even.
It's for y'all, not me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because I can ride a bucket and get to work or get to this grocery store.
Not even that, because how does it make you feel? Because when you bought it, you spent
adrenaline.
Hard-earned money on.
Is that adrenaline at the moment?
I don't know. Whatever the guys in the why you bought it is what it was. But what I'm saying is, when you buy something, then you don't like it no more.
Ooh.
It's buyer's remorse. Everybody's had it. It's like, man, why the fuck did I buy this? Then you have it, and then but it's something that it costs a pretty penny.
What about relationships, though, bro? Have you personally, or I can speak for myself?
That's a good question.
Have you been in relationships that you no longer want to buy anymore? You no longer want to invest in anymore? No, this is just coming from friendships with the brothers, with women, family too. I done had family that's like, nigga, the time's up, my nigga. You ain't a real nigga no more. You just my blood. You ain't really a real nigga though, dog.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
You just ain't a real bitch no more.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, bro? On some real shit. It goes all the way. It goes for business, personal, and family. Because our family is separate from our business, and our business separate from our personal, and all of the above. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real. And I don't know. My life experiences show me that, like, and people say I'm crazy, but I think loyalty have expiration dates on them.
Like milk.
Simple.
Yeah, you ain't showing nothing by this date.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
It's not even that. If you're not showing nothing by this date, it's you're spoiled by this date.
Ooh.
And it's like I smoke weed, for example. So if I didn't smoke weed and you smoke weed, I wouldn't want to go nowhere and I smell like weed, nigga, and I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, at certain points, it's like, hey, bro, I ain't smoking weed like that, nigga.
Yeah.
Like how drug addicts say, man, when I start doing drugs, I ain't have no friends no more.
Yeah.
It's
Find
like,
out.
yeah,
Identify and find out who was who. You know, within the lifestyle, right?
It just changed the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I mean. So it's like, if you hitting house licks, when you ain't hitting house licks no more, you ain't trying to kick it with no nigga that's like, hey, give me a ride to hit a house lick. You already having money. You're like, hold up, nigga, what are you doing? We're not doing that in my car. You tripping. That's where, I don't know. I don't care if I've been knowing you since daycare. Yeah. That's where that loyalty has an expiration date.
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah. I don't want that no more.
Yeah, nigga, we can't grow together no more.
Yeah.
You have a cap.
Is that being a hypocrite though, bro? Knowing that, you know,
that's
you just wanted to stop, but the homie wanted to keep going.
No, that's
and you didn't gain or lost in this department of life.
No, that's what somebody will call it because that's how they have mischaracterized it. Because a hypocrite is somebody that's going to be doing the opposite of what they're saying.
Talk to me.
It's not me doing what you was doing, but then I'll advance past it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, hey, I'm already at buying quarter keys, have a key, whole thing, nigga. I'm not about to go sell a nigga a stone and get a case.
Never.
I lose my car.
Never.
Practical. He want what? Nah, nigga.
Yeah, you're out of here.
You feel me?
Yeah,
What do you want? Hang up the phone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not a hypocrite. A hypocrite is somebody doing something the opposite of what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Not what they said they wasn't gonna do. They're doing the opposite of what they said.
Yeah, bitch, you can't cheat on me.
I'm a vegetarian, but then I'm eating a burger.
Right. When I ain't nobody around me.
Yeah.
No integrity.
Not when nobody's around. Whenever.
Period.
If you say you're a vegetarian, you eat a burger, that's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Oh. Shit.
It's not somebody that's advanced past it. I'm talking about them all. I'm saying loyalty has expiration dates because I can been knowing you since we was a kid, but if you do something that's flawed, nigga, that's over with.
Ooh.
So that's where that expired.
So do you think that friendships, they spoil because of flaw shit based upon people just thinking that, oh, you know what? I can do some flaw shit to Scoot because I grew up with the nigga. He gonna forgive me over time.
Yeah, that's what most people think.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what most people think because that's what your friends and your family and people that's close to you do because they feel like they're the ones that you will forgive.
Ooh.
Where they feel like the repercussions are imminent. You see what I'm saying? So they'll do some flaw shit, some foul shit. And then you know I love mama or granny or whoever.
I ain't gonna do that to you because it's gonna hurt them.
I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, certain niggas won't. Certain niggas that be, Brody sucked a dick, but there's Brody almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't need them.
We're just kicking on Christmas.
Niggas know how I am. Like, nah, I'm cool.
Talk.
That's your man. I'm gonna respect your position.
Yeah.
Get out my way with
it.
Yeah, I'm not with none of it. Yeah. You know, if he did something to somebody and they want him, I'm not getting in the way of that because that's how the game goes. You can't cross game and circumvent the game, nigga. I'm not gonna be.
Nigga told me on the yard in Walla Walla, everybody ain't gonna make it.
Everybody.
Hey, yo, the realest shit ever.
I'm telling you, I swear to God. Yo-Yo, remember Yo-Yo? Remember the taxi on?
Yeah.
That's my nigga.
Yeah.
He had his flaws with the homies and shit. They had their little shit.
Knocked him out. Yeah.
I know, nigga, that's my brother. He knocked him smooth out, and he told me, your brother L knocked me out.
He said, Scoot, you know what you're suffering from? Mind you, I be on the shit because I never come to none of the shit. He said, nigga, I ain't coming there preaching. He said, nigga, I'm not a preacher, I'm a minister. I said, yeah, nigga, I'm not with none of that shit. I see them niggas in there being your bodyguard.
Yeah.
Nigga, woo.
Facts.
He said, what you're suffering from is recreational escapism.
My nigga got terminology.
He got stuff for everything.
Bro, I said, nigga, I went back, I was laying on my bed, nigga, I said, what the fuck? That nigga said, recreational. Bro, I was like, You know how I am. I went back to that nigga the next day. Hey, y'all was beefing. I said, nigga, that shit you said, nigga, what that shit mean, nigga? I swear to God, nigga, it's crazy. That nigga, later that day, that nigga came to my room. That nigga gave me a 3-pack. It was a dictionary, a thesaurus, and a vocabulary builder. It was a 3-pack set. Am I lying? That's how that nigga is.
That's how you do. That's how you do.
He said, Scoop, bro, you're filthy here. Bridges. I swear to God, bro, it's a dictionary, a thesaurus, and a vocabulary builder.
Facts.
He did not tell me what it meant. He gave me a dictionary.
I swear, nigga, not in the same instance, but you gave me the same shit. not even at the same time.
I gave it the dub on everything that I'm
nigga.
trying to think. I don't got it up. I might give it to somebody before I left. I get hella books before I left.
So. With that being said, that whole conversation, last minute or two, how do you think or how do you feel about giving back to the youngsters, the youth, you know, to give them opportunity to learn what you learn, build what you build, or create their own way of life, though, you know?
I try to give my young niggas something useful, you know, not only just what you tell them, what you show them, and then, you know, what you give them, what you expose them to, you know? So, I ain't gonna tell you to do nothing I wouldn't do with you. Yeah.
Is that like, you know, something that, you know what I'm saying, you hold close to your heart because of what you've been through in life? Like, you know what I'm saying, I can't, if it's up to me, I can't speak for every other nigga where I'm from, but if it's up to me, I want to make sure that every young nigga that I come in contact with is blessed or has an opportunity based upon what I do know now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because like I remember, you know, for me, I was fortunate enough to be blessed by a lot of motherfuckers that was good motherfuckers. Then I was manipulated by niggas that wasn't. So I was like, yeah, I ain't got no vested interest in telling a nigga was real or telling a nigga was good for it. Yeah. Because I done been on both sides where niggas done put me all the way on and I've been on and blew it because of certain niggas done manipulated me. Yeah. So, yeah.
How come the snitch niggas always think they can breathe the same air as the real niggas?
Oh, so different.
Because I mean, to be honest, it's a good question, but it's simple because it's a bluffer's game nowadays. If they can bluff you, they can beat you. Whoa. And in this day and age, like back when we was growing up, it was a picture's worth 1,000 words. We didn't take pictures if they wasn't mug shots. You can't see no yearbook photos of me. Go back and look it up. If you don't have no pictures.
Yeah. Like that wasn't our game. That wasn't our game, bro. That wasn't our game.
Nigga, like we was jumping from gang out when they was filming us. Nigga, like
we didn't trust you.
We wasn't taking no photos. So why a snitch nigga think they can compete with a nigga or whatever is because in this day and age, again, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Optics are everything. Appearances are reality. So a nigga can get a trick a bitch kit, jewelry. A nigga can, you know,
boys and night.
A nigga could bust a nigga's ass on some scary shit, you know. And if it's front page, then yeah,
man,
you know. So a nigga that and I think that a nigga that like a snitch or a motherfucker is like a snitch and a confidential informant, two different things.
Yeah, for sure.
A snitch and a motherfucker like a civilian, a neighborhood watch motherfucker that's reporting because they pay property taxes and doing crime in the area.
That's not a snitch though.
So, that's two different things.
Well, it's one level of it, but I think
a snitch is like a snitch is for us, our culture is a motherfucker who tell on his homeboy, tell on his friend.
Yeah.
I think a snitch is like a slave who sell out another slave for a pack of peanuts. You know what I'm saying?
It's heavy.
Like
it's heavy.
Like for nothing.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So in this day and age, these niggas with the social media, because niggas don't get acclaim, rep, and everything based on merit no more. It's based on appearances.
Yeah.
It's optics. These niggas ain't never like they never did nothing. They never like if you hustled up and earned that and bought that piece and that watch and that car, you still had to keep it.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta maintain.
Yeah, like
you gotta maintain. You gotta maintain, bro.
Like, you still had to keep it.
Nigga.
Right. So if you had it in the summer, if you had it in the summer, then you had it in the winter, yeah, you're a real
man. Nigga. You feel me?
It wasn't based on.
That's what
I could take a picture.
Now you know 365.
And that's
for sure.
And I could tell a story. It's like, nigga, that nigga was jumping out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So nowadays it's no, nigga, because again, we're competing for the same provisions, bitches or acclaim or whatever.
Yeah.
But now you can fake it there quicker.
Yeah.
You can fake it there quicker because 1,000 people can know you without ever meeting you.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you had to be in the field with your Kango and your
pager
and
word of mouth
and your pipe,
word of mouth,
and dealing with the lions, tigers, bears.
Oh my.
So those niggas then compared to the niggas now, it's a blend of it because back then to compete for the same shit that I was competing for, you had to get in the field. And then if you was a rat, you was snipped out.
Man.
So now, the shit that they were competing for, women or whatever, they don't care about that type of shit. The metrics are different. So the same bitch that we're competing for, I fuck with the snitch.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? So the snitch
she don't even worry about the resume.
The snitch can per se win. So
it's about survival.
So again, that's
why
Carfax
don't matter.
That's why the answer. That's why again to answer your question. That's what it goes into. That's why the snitch can feel like he can compete. You didn't ask me, can the snitch win? Why does the snitch feel like he can compete? Because again, you got certain the shit that we're competing for. This snitch got access to because he doesn't have to get in the field to compete no more. Wow. Back in the day, before the advent of not the internet but social media and the interaction, you had to get in the field to play. So you had to put a mouthpiece in. You had to have helmets and shoulder pads to get the cheerleader.
How important is, you know what I'm saying, a street nigga, former street nigga, corporate nigga now, doing things that, you know what I'm saying, are consistent with entrepreneurship? How important is investment, whether you got good credit or cash? You see what I'm saying? Like, how important is that to the black man that's particularly from the streets, though, bro, you know?
I mean, I think it's most important.
Yeah.
I think it's what a lot of people don't, not a lot of people, a lot of street niggas don't understand because it's not instant.
Yeah.
So when you speak on investment, you're going to be speaking on time value, you're going to be speaking on something off in the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And to a street nigga, most street niggas, like, street nigga got warrants. He ain't thinking about, you know what I'm saying? But, and then it's structure. So it's like, how I look at street niggas is like, again, I grew up watching like mafia movies. So it's like, that's what I look at as what I have as an ideal, as our ideal. Yeah. So it's like, yes, it's structure. So but most street niggas are frowned upon having a job.
Yeah.
But then when you want to buy something, because if you're a street nigga and you smart enough to round up and scround up however amount of money you scrounged up, and then you wanted to buy whatever your goal was, the Porsche or whatever, they're gonna ask you for proof of income.
Thanks.
It's just simple.
Stupid.
And your bubble will be popped.
Stupid.
With simple protocol.
Yeah.
So being a street nigga is gonna limit you as far as how I see how niggas view street niggas. Whereas I view street like motherfuckers that's like corporate, understand.
Yeah.
You know?
The whole process.
Corporate law, yeah. So it's like you have to so you have to have, you know,
some shit.
like it's a lot that goes into when like I pose questions to niggas like, what you want? What you in it for? What you want? What you gonna do? You know? And it's like a motherfucker have a design about it, but don't have a sound concept or the steps or just the simple steps. Like, oh, bro, you bought a house, I want to buy a house. Like, oh, what you, how much you want? Like, you can't just go to the house store and buy a house. You know, like, you gonna buy it? You got a job? Nah, I ain't got no job, nigga. I'm moved. What the fuck you think you gonna buy? And then, you know, for me, it was simple. Like, I ran into walls. Because I've had a certain amount of money as a kid to where I knew, to where it's like, oh, yeah, I done play with that. That's all I need. And it's like, nah. You're going to need a little more than that, but yeah, that's all you need.
Hey, Game 365, man. Listen, can you just speak about, for the question that he just asked you, talk about the type of credit and the payment history that you would need in order to accommodate those type of needs?
So, first and foremost, if you're good at what you do, whatever that is, and you've amassed a certain amount of money that you want to put towards that. So say you say, I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, I want to buy, you want to buy anything and it's yours and it's legit, yeah, you're going to need proof of income, which is most likely going to be 2 years. So you're going to need 2 years proof of income, meaning you can prove how you've earned your money. So when you buy something, if you're financing it, if you're not paying cash, if you are paying cash, perfect. If you're paying cash, same thing. You're gonna have to prove where you got that income to buy that, whatever it is, that asset. So, and then you're gonna need proof of residence. They're gonna want to know
where you live at, because we gotta go get the car in the case you don't pay that motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. in case that you default.
Yeah, for sure.
They're gonna want proof of residence.
Let's talk about it.
And they're gonna want 2 years of proof of residence because that's gonna show you've been stable. You know, that's just because most of the time when people buy homes, they don't cash out for them. People buy automobiles, anything big, they're not gonna be cashing out. Most people that don't have the type of money laying around, and the people that do, they're not going to tie that type of money up. They're just leverage it. Wow. If I had $500,000 to buy a house, I'm going to cash out and say, oh, I cashed out.
Yeah, I'm going to break that shit down.
I'll say, I'll take a $500,000 mortgage, put down, 5%, 10%,
whatever it is,
20%.
40, 30, 20, whatever it is.
No more than 20.
Yeah.
And take the rest of the money and keep doing whatever
and live,
I
nigga.
keep doing whatever I did. Got me that amount of money.
I would cash out for a house.
You cash out for the house, bro?
If I had money like that just to throw away, like these niggas,
I gotta have 10 times that. I gotta have 10 times that.
I would pay for a house, bro.
Yeah, okay, I hear that.
Opposite of a chain. You
so
feel
if you had $20 million, I would pay $500,000 for a house.
Oh, easy,
Type
easy.
shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Type
but
shit.
no, absolutely not.
Well, yeah, you gotta read the paperwork.
Because of leverage.
Oh, okay. Equity and everything, yeah.
Most people with that type of money is simple math. It's leverage.
Yeah.
You're not going to tie up $500,000, but if they say, hey, just put up 10%.
Yeah.
I'm going to put up $5,000.
Yeah.
Or $50,000.
Yeah.
They put up 10 grand, put up 50 grand. If you put up 50, so instead of putting up that $5,000, if you put up 50 grand, you still have 450 grand. You're still living in that same house, whatever it was that you think about it. They were talking about practical, not theory. So $500,000, I cashed out. Only reason I'm cashing out, I don't want to worry about
I got it.
I got it. Yeah. Perfect. Rich people are not thinking about the money. They're thinking about what the money's going to get them. They're looking at the dollar like a slave. So as a slave, I want my slave to work for me. As my slave, I want my slave to have babies, and I want them babies to work for me. So why would I send off 500,000 of them? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna send off 10,000 of them, take 450,000 of them, keep them working. So that's why I say It never makes sense because again, you can't never own anything as well. They can take the shit. You can't never own the land. You can say, oh, it's mine. They can say eminent domain. It's about to be a war. We're taking this. We'll cash you out. So again, so don't tie the money up. While you have the money, that same $500,000 you have, tie up 10, 450, or tie up 50, 450. Continue to invest.
Well, I'm saying, and that's a home. Well, as far as long-term outlook and all that, you know, a lot of street niggas don't have that. But I'm saying, let's talk about cars. You're in dealing cars. So, what is your aspect on someone who might put in $30,000 on or $50,000 on a car right now? Does it appreciate the same way? And then what type of things would you need in order to come get a car? Let's say for a person who's in a bad situation for zero down type of shit. Like what would somebody need from, you know, a dealer standpoint to come get a car?
Same thing you're gonna need.
We're on financial literacy right now.
Same thing. In order to secure financing for an automobile, you're gonna need 2 years of income, 2 years of residency. You're not going to want to have a bad credit file, such as repos, things of that nature on your credit file, without a cosigner or significant down payment. But the same thing, I wouldn't advise anybody to cash out on a car, pay out for a car full off, pay a significant amount down. If your credit qualifies you for as minimal as possible, I would tell you to put as minimal as possible down, because again, the average consumer signs for around 72 months. The average time they keep a car is 29 months. So people sign for 72 months because they're going to get a lower payment, so they're payment conscious. But the likelihood of you keeping a car more than 3 years is low, because cars crash. New cars come out. People want new cars. So when you tie up a whole bunch of, again, why tie up $50,000 on the car when your credit can allow you to drive off with zero money down?
$2,000.
And you can say, oh, the payment is $1,000 a month. You can make 50 payments.
That's the best thing I heard all day,
That's 4 years. You're not even going to keep it 29 months.
Bro, you just said.
So why tie the money up? I can keep the money in my pocket. I can trick it off. Or I can invest it and keep hustling.
You just said the best thing in the world.
Simple mathematics.
I swear to God.
But look, I'm saying for someone who thinks that a person who is at the dealership is trying to get over, what would you have to say to a motherfucker like that?
I mean, first off, if you're at a dealership, then a dealership is running a tightrope operation. So you're going to have to qualify. Simple as that. Like, you can come in there and pay cash if you want to. Perfect. They're going to sign you up. But you're going to deal with the tax man and all that. Mm-hmm. But if you need financing and you need the dealership's assistance in getting you finance for a vehicle, yeah, you're going to go by it's protocol. Yeah. I need your ID. You got proof you can't take this car without insurance on it. Yeah. It's going to be straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? You got the right people in there, yeah, they're going to get you the best deal, get you the best interest rate.
All the shit.
Make sure you're not buying a lemon. You know what I'm saying? The shit that matters. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think of prices, everything, yeah, you can think you're getting a good price and buy a bucket.
So that's why we go to ScootDoe. At where?
Tacoma Dodge, man. Come
Social media. Straight
up and down, man. ScootDoe, man. 2 on whatever.
Get through 65 podcast, man.
Come on, man. Y'all know what it is.